peace seeker of knowledge, seeker of Noor. Truly, if you are here present in this time and space, that you too have come to an inner standing, no matter how large or weak that inner standing may be, that the Creator is you experiencing itself inside its creation. You have unlocked a new cycle in space and time. You have entered a new epoch. This leads us to the concept of your video, the different modalities of being human. In this video, we will limit the myriads of dimensions and philosophical deviations to just two modes of spiritual and theological being, looking at the lens from eschatology. Eschatology, stemming from the Greek word eschatos, meaning last, is a field concerned with the final events in the history of the world or humankind, which concerns itself with experienced life in temporal lens, a beginning and an end, following a linear progression toward final end, a ultimate realization, or a climatic conclusion. This worldview is fundamentally temporal, focusing on events and their order, creation, fall, redemption, judgment, and the fulfillment of all things in a new earth or heaven. Biblical eschatology, for instance, encompasses the narratives of the Book of Revelation, the prophecies of Daniel, and the teachings of Yeshua regarding the end times. The temporal view primarily concerns itself with the when and what next. It aligns life as a journey with measurable milestones, births, ends, and resurrections. Now, the opposing or alternative worldview that we examine is the spatial worldview of the being. In contrast, many indigenous cultures, such as the Native Americans of Turtle Island, embrace a spatial worldview, which is more concerned with the relationships between places, beings, and the sacredness found within spaces. This viewpoint emphasizes the how and where rather than the when. The belief that certain places hold profound spiritual significance. Mountains, rivers, forests, and plains are not merely physical landmarks, but are spiritually potent entities. Each place has its own spirit or divine presence, sometimes known as the Manitou, among Algonquian-speaking tribes, or Wakan in Lakota spirituality. One could say this is the universe, or simply the pluriverse. Many different perspectives to express an infinitude of being. Such is fine. Though the subject matter of this talk is to have you, dear reader, to now question you. Examine where you are at in time and space, how are there, and where you will be heading unto the next cycle. Naturally, we may examine the spatial progress as the more attractive of the bunch. Why? This ideology operations according unnatural laws. We must examine the time we are in child of the sun. Listen closely and heed these words, spoken from the mystical prophecy of the Hopis. In Hopi tradition, the spider grandmother is a wise and benevolent deity who helped create the world and taught the Hopi people important aspects of life, weaving, and survival. She symbolizes the interconnectedness of life and the weaving of destiny. One of the prophecies speaks of a time when a spider web will reach around the entire world. This prophecy is often interpreted as a foretelling of the creation of the World Wide Web, or the Internet, an intricate network that connects people globally, much like a spider's web. The prophecy warns that when this web covers the earth, society will reach a point where profound changes occur. It signifies the end of one world, an era of transformation, rather than total destruction. The Hopi believe there have been several worlds or epochs before the current one, and with each epoch, humanity is given a chance to live in harmony with the earth or face renewal through trials. Now, which world would we be in at this moment? Beautifully enough, luck would have it on our side. 4. The fourth world, Tuwakachi. We currently reside in the fourth world, a time of learning and spiritual journeying, where humans are meant to achieve harmony and balance, both within and with the natural world. What are the signs of the coming of this world? 1. The spider web across the sky. This is seen as the proliferation of networked communication systems and the internet, resembling a spider web enveloping the world. 2. The House of Micah, a prophecy that seems to refer to the United Nations building, a place where people come together to attempt to solve global problems, yet often fall short. 3. Stone tablets. Hopi elders speak of stone tablets that hold ancient wisdom, foretelling the coming of great change and the importance of returning to spiritual harmony. Though in this time of the fourth world, what is the lesson so we can gain transcendence? 1. Return to nature. The Hopi teach that humanity must return to living in harmony with nature. This involves a profound respect for the earth and a commitment to sustainable living. 2. Spiritual awakening. The fourth world is a time for spiritual growth and awakening. It is an era in which individuals must seek enlightenment, understand the interconnectedness of all life, and live by spiritual principles. 3. Unity and peace. Despite the chaos and disorder, the Hopi emphasize the importance of unity and peace among all people. Cooperation and mutual respect are essential for moving beyond this world to the next. 4. Preparation for purification. The Hopi prophecies speak of a time of cleansing or purification, a necessary step for the transition to the fifth world. This period calls for individuals to purify their hearts and minds, abandoning greed, hatred, and ignorance. Truly, here are some principles that you can away from aligning with the spatial viewpoint of being human. Principles of the spatial perspective. Maintenance of harmony, emphasizing the preservation of balance within the natural world and among human communities. Cyclical time. Understanding time as a series of interconnected cycles, reflecting the natural rhythms of life, seasons, and cosmic events. Interconnectedness. Recognizing the deep interdependence between all living beings and the environment, fostering a sense of respect and stewardship. Sustainability. By valuing and maintaining what is, this perspective nurtures sustainable practices that ensure resources for future generations. Cultural continuity. By honoring traditions and ancestral wisdom, it preserves cultural heritage and fosters a strong sense of identity and community. So, child of sun, what will you do?